Okay, that's probably a good time to start. So I'm going to yeah, E ending doesn't require you to do any of the side quests at all. Although I'd love to see someone do the E ending run. Oops. So quick recap of the story so far. We are playing a couple of androids. You can see them on the screen now. In the middle is 2B, and our buddy there is 9S. We are on Earth, which has thousands of years in the future been largely purged of actual humans. Instead, it's caught in a proxy war between the androids like us and machine life forms like these guys here. Aren't all quite as friendly as this one, although look how cute. We have briefly to cover the plot so far. We went down to Earth. We fought some machines in an old factory, and we fought a giant robot named Engels and another one named Marx, which I'm sure will please the Marxists in the audience, or perhaps disappoint them, who knows. We went to this desert area, which we're about to return to. In the desert we found some machines which dressed in strange masks and spoke of how afraid they are, which we dismissed at the time as just imitating random human phrases. We witnessed the birth of a strange man named Adam from a giant ball of machines, and then we didn't know what to make of it at the time, but Adam rapidly evolved new powers and got very and then created a brother.
Hello there. Hello? Testing.
Pascal? Is that you?
9S. Yes, it is me. Many apologies for the sudden transmission. I heard that you were searching for the missing child, yes? Well, if you would, please consider this a personal request from myself as well. Go find the child as quickly as you can. She's such a good little girl, and so fond of her sister. She's probably somewhere around the desert at the moment. That's where she's likely to find the dented plate her sister needs.
Got it.
Thank you so much. And please be careful, alright?
And that was Pascal, who is of course a machine life form himself. We encountered a group of pacifist machine life forms after defeating Simone, who was in the amusement park area. Once again, the machines are acting not quite as the implacable killing machines we've been led to believe, but so now we're in the desert, surfing on the sand, a bit like Journey if you've ever played that. Here are some unfriendly machines. I still remember how to play this game, which is good. And this is if you've ever played the original Nier for the PS3, these machines are dressed like the humans who used to live in the nation of Facade, and perhaps that goes some way to telling us a bit about what this area was. Later quests will see a bit more evidence this was Facade. In the original Nier, they fought a battle against some wolves and had a lot of rules. Hey there, are you the machine who came out here looking for a spare part? Huh? Who are you? Your sister asked us to look for you, 9S says. She did? Really? Really? So what do you say we head home? Wow, I'm so scared! So this is just an
Right.
escort
Let's get
quest,
her back to Pascal's village.
but there's some
How'd you get
amusing.
lost out here anyway?
I was looking for my sister's part, but then I got scared and I couldn't move.
Oh, come on now, don't cry. Did you at least find what you needed?
Yeah. She'll be happy, right?
I'm sure she will. But I bet she'll be even happier to see you back home safe and sound.
Okay.
Alright, well, nice to briefly see you. Hope you're doing alright out there.
Hey, mister. Why did I make the desert?
No one made the desert. It's just an area that lost all its vegetation due to a lack of precipitation. This caused lasting changes in the soil, which means plants aren't able to...
What's soil?
Soil? It's dirt. Ground. The stuff we're walking on?
I like ground.
Ninus gives us a quick lesson in physical geography. Oh, anyway. If you walk too far away from her, she gets upset.
Wind is just a force caused by changes in temperature and atmospheric pressure and... Huh. That's actually a hard question now that I think about it. Kinda deep, really. I mean, where does the wind blow from? What do you think, 2B?
Don't know, don't care.
Hey. Of course, the wind circulates. Doesn't really have an origin point in most cases. We can talk about vector fields and there's a theorem called the hairy ball theorem. Which tells you that if you have a vector field such as the wind on a sphere, there has to be at least somewhere where the vector field is zero, which means there's always at least one place in the world there's no wind.
Hey, mister. How do you make children?
Well, machines can't really make children. Neither can androids, now that I think about it.
Yeah, but how do you make them?
2B? Little help here?
Huh? You're the chatty one. Work it out.
Oh,
Mister, wait. You gotta tell me how you make children.
wow, it's getting late. Let's get you home already.
Hi. We're escorting a small child, but she's a robot, so... If you're wondering why our friend here is not attacking us like these other machines in the desert, we hear in bits and pieces that the machines in Pascal's village have disconnected themselves from the machine network, and so they don't share kind of thoughts and so on. We'll get a bit more elaboration on that in some of the later machine quests, but for now, well, let's got little sister out of the desert, and oh, let's get some bit of light on my face.
Hey, I know this place. I can get home by myself now. Thanks, mister. Thanks, grumpy lady. Oh, and here, you can have this.
I am, of course, going to put the pink ribbon on right away. You later get other decorative items, but this is probably the first one you can get. Doesn't really look that good on TV, but
Make sure to come back and tell me how to make children.
while we're in the desert, we can find another one of Jean-Paul's followers.
Well, that was exhausting.
Yep.
So we're just doing some side quests because just to fill you in a bit on how this works. So over here is one of John Paul's followers, who is another quest from Team Village. That's probably a save point. That is another battle with Father Servo, and this is the resistance camp. We're just doing some side quests because when we come back to Pascal after visiting the resistance camp, it's really going to hit the fan. So let's go and engage in a bit of parody of Jean-Paul Sartre, who I don't know if I think it's an affectionate parody, but it may be that Yoko Tano just had this beef with one particular philosopher. I'm not all that up on Sartre's work to tell you whether it's an apt criticism. Well, excuse me. I love the music in the apartment complex. These are what the machines in this area wear. Much like the people of Facade, as I said. This machine here seems to have 4 wives, which go her. But she only has eyes for Jean-Paul, alas. Ah! Huh? You came here from Master Jean-Paul's village, didn't you? I can tell. I can smell him on you. Ah. Okay, that's weird. Jean-Paul is wonderful. He pursues new knowledge with a passion that is almost indescribable. I admire him as I do no other. You have issues. 2B says, you have issues. You clearly lack a discerning eye. I bet men take advantage of you all the time. Not exactly. Ah, right, you're a lesbian. I found something that Master Jean-Paul is sure to be interested in. Please take it to him with all speed. Um, it's, um, it's a fossil of a machine, I guess. That's the thing that apparently can happen. Thank you. So later in the game we'll be able to teleport around, but we can't do that yet. So gonna be a bit of walking. My first playthrough, I just scoured this desert for items, but we probably have most of what we need for now. Yeah, I thought it'd be best if I read out the text, if that's unwelcome. Obviously, I am not as good a voice actor as... Oh, thank you, Duchess Nicole. But yeah, later on we'll be able to find a pod in this desert, but I think that just happens randomly at a certain point. The pod is the little robot that floats around behind you. Next up is the resistance base, where we are going to speak to Anemone and find out if Pascal is telling the truth about trading with the resistance. Of course, Pascal is telling the truth. Shout out to my girlfriend who's talking to me on Signal because she loves encryption and won't use Twitch chat. The big torso machines are technically hostile, but they are. I mean, it's kind of amusing to smash out the torso. They kind of slap out, and the sort of middle of the stack pops out like some kind of tablecloth trick. But I'm not going to murder some non-hostile machines. There's Jackass. We can't do the next stage of Jackass's quest at the moment because we have to kill a bunch of level 20 machines within a time limit, and I am not yet strong enough to do that. But we'll come back and do that in a bit. Shall we? So we're coming back into the main city area. As we talked about before, the climate aspects of having a gigantic, overgrown, wet, foresty area like 20 meters from a desert are kind of questionable, but let's have a brief visit to Father Servo. That roof is sometimes very fiddly, but so to get to Father Servo, you better not do that for one thing. There is a ledge grab in this game. It's a little fiddly sometimes. So, dash to run, jump, dash, jump. And here is the latest iteration of Father Servo, the machine who just loves to fight and then demand things from us. Back for more, my child. Be warned, Father Servo has used your previous gift to make himself stronger than ever. Would you like to test yourself against this new modification? So we can tell him to get bent or spar with Father Servo. Time is a great wheel, yet do not expect things to transpire as they did when last we met. So this time he's got two big axes. This might take a little while because he's got a lot of hit points compared to our damage. He's not very hard to fight, I say as I take unnecessary damage, but like his attacks are pretty well telegraphed, and he's just got a long health bar if we fight him at a low level like we are here. This quest actually persists throughout the entire game pretty much, I think, at least to the end of playthrough B. Each time Father Servo gets 10 levels higher. You know, for the longest time I didn't realise you could just hold down the attack button to do a combo. And the combo system in this game, and when I say combo I don't mean some kind of Street Fighter sequence of very precise button presses that does a lot of damage or has special consequences. You just kind of, you have a number of attacks in your weapons animation. That was silly. I really didn't need to take that much damage. Of course he's like 3 times that level, so And so to Jupiter, we have not done a lot. We've helped the little sister machine get out of the desert. We've spoken to one of Jean-Paul's followers, and now we're fighting Father Servo again. This time at level 30. This is kind of sloppy. I shouldn't be taking any damage from this. It's really easy to do attacks. The music is very dramatic, given that this is sort of one of the least consequential fights in the game. I won't do any more further servos until we're quite a lot higher level, because it will take a really long time at level 40 or 50. With other enemies, if you get a perfect dodge, you can sort of knock them into the air and get a free air combo off of them. But with this guy, he just stays on the ground all the time. There we go. We got him. There we go. Stop! No more! You happy now? Let us discuss the fee. Oh, come on, you're the one who wanted to test. Would you truly refuse a single request from this old monk? Okay, don't even start with me. Father Servo surrendered all worldly possessions and took numerous vows, yet you would deny him even a simple request? Alright, fine. What do you want this time? 1 memory alloy and 1 broken circuit. The world moves ever on, my child, so do not dawdle. Oh, would you stop calling me that already?
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
So yeah, each time you have to fight some machines and get some items after you've defeated Father Servo, but we'll leave him be for now. Let's continue on towards the resistance base. Actually, I got a Tumblr message. I'm not entirely sure what that is, and I can't immediately read it. But if anyone's wondering what that plop noise was. Oh, here is where we get whatever item Father Servo wanted. We might as well do that quickly. Looks like it's on the other side of this. Oh, maybe we gotta. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit tricky to get to. So let's do that on the way back. I got that. So this is the resistance camp, if you don't remember from last time. It's where all the resistance androids hang out. It's also the only place at the moment where we can get back into space. We've spoken to most of these people already. They don't have anything new to say for the most part, but this lady does. Say, you're the new Yoha models, aren't you? I guess we are the newest now that you mention it. Did you need something? I bet new models like you can handle pretty much anything, huh? You might even be able... No, I shouldn't ask. That would be rude. But yet... So we can ignore the hint or listen to a problem. I like how the quest prompts are always a bit personalised. Why don't you tell us what's wrong? Maybe we can help out. Oh, well, if you insist. Turns out one of my friends has gone missing. Missing? That doesn't sound good. Where was his friend last seen? It's 2B, that was. At the material storage site where he works. The storage site, huh? Maybe we should check it out. Oh, please, would you? Without him, please. So, as usual with a Yoko Tano writing, it starts out seemingly rather innocuous generic fetch quest and ends in horrible tragedy. Spoilers. Let's see if there's any weapons we can upgrade. Oh, so we can... okay, what do we need? Severed cable, titanium alloy. Broken keys, we might get those later. Beast hide, we'll have to kill... Oh, you'll probably get that from a quest. We do need to talk to Anemone. Say, Anemone, I've got a package for you from a machine called Pascal. A fuel filter? Ah, perfect timing. We were running low. Wait, you met Pascal? Sure did. So you've been consorting with machines, huh? Just the ones in the village. They're totally harmless, and they also have the means to construct intricate devices that we can't. In exchange, we provide them with oil and other materials. I guess you'd call it a form of commerce. I see. Anyway, if you're headed back there, please take this high viscosity oil to Pascal. So, when we bring that to Pascal, that will move on the plot. Some side quests will not be possible after that, some side quests will. To find out where the missing resistance member goes, we have to go up here. And we need to go through this doorway, but unfortunately it won't open. So let's speak to this person here. Manager. Why can't I stop thinking about it? Stop thinking about what? Who? What? Who are you? We're with Yoha. Anemone told us to make ourselves at home. Oh, right. So, what can't you stop thinking about? Oh, it's just, one of my friends has a box that makes music when you open it, and I can't get the damn song out of my head. It's just so beautiful. I've never heard anything like it. And to make it worse, I can only remember the first part of the song. It's driving me nuts. I wish I'd just come back to camp so I could hear the damn thing again. Well, we're gonna go look for it obviously, because we are protagonists. Yeah, if we don't help her, she'll never get any work done. Box that plays sound? What? Quad 042 says, analysis. The item in question is likely a music box. It should be located in an area where music is playing. Proposal. The local amusement park would be a logical area for reconnaissance. That's some fuzzy logic there, Pod. But hey, might as well try it, not like we have any other leads to go on. Somehow the pod is exactly right and it is in the amusement park, so I think this is one just not to think about too hard. So we need to complete that quest to complete the other quest. Anyway, we need to go to the amusement park anyway. Oh, is that on Tumblr? Yeah, Simone de Beauvoir makes sense.
What do you think?
He just started transmitting to us directly.
Now do you believe we're not a threat?
Your mouth can say anything it wants, but you still don't have a heart.
Wow,
I suppose
9S.
that's technically accurate. Yes, well, you're free to visit our village whenever you like.
But yeah, I think possibly we were supposed to get that message before we did the desert quest, because 9S is surprised about getting a message from Pascal, which in this order we've already done. Never mind. Let's go to the amusement park. Show you that for anyone who wasn't watching last time. And yeah, I think Simone de Beauvoir did have some sort of contact or relationship with Jean-Paul, what's his name, in real life. Oh dear, I just, Sartre, that's his name. Yeah, I don't know why Simone would, I mean, it might be that the machine she's obsessed with is Jean-Paul, like all these other machines. We'll learn a bit more about Simone in the next playthrough. I'll say that now. But for now, we only have I Must Be Beautiful. Anyway, hello, do you know of a machine named John Paul who lives in the village? I have no idea why this machine is singled out by 9S as being likely to know John Paul, although to be fair, most of John Paul's followers look something like that. Oh, Master John Paul is quite a mysterious gentleman. One might even go so far as to call him suspicious, and yet he's so alluring all the same. Suspicious and alluring? Exactly. And I know just the gift for someone of that description. By the way, let me know if the music is too loud to hear my voice, and I'll tweak the sound. You'll deliver it to him straight away, won't you? I won't let that terrible girl in the desert find a way to interfere with our love.
A to B. I've been thinking about something.
What?
Do you think this fellow is being a little too, I don't know, glorified?
That's certainly one way to put it.
Yeah, so now we've met all three of Jean Paul's followers. I think if anyone is familiar with like the history of Sartre, they might be able to say like these are based on specific people in history. But anyway, we're going to go down here because this is where we find, oddly enough, a dead android, and next to her, Music
Is
box.
this the music box she was looking for? Man, this thing is all rusted over.
Look, a corpse.
You think the box belonged to her? Poor girl died a long time ago by the looks of it.
Let's bring this back to her friend.
I don't know if this is I don't think it's got anything to do with the original Nier, because most of these characters don't. There's a couple of characters who do. I will point them out when we get to them. Anyway, we are now proceeding to the machine village. I have no idea if there's an optimized route or most of the side quests don't get cancelled when we do this. We could invest in the machine up there. I think we don't have. I think I want to spend our money on weapons and things like that for now. Later on, we'll have more money than we know what to do with. But anyway, we're coming up to the village of the pacifist machines. We're not going to speak to Pascal right away, because that will, as I said, move the plot forward. Instead, if I can remember, okay, we've already. That's Jean-Paul's other follower. If anyone, we've already taken her letter to Jean-Paul and got a reply. So up here, here is the gentleman in question, Jean-Paul. Hello, Jean-Paul. Do you have a moment? Moments are transitory. One cannot possess them. A moment past, a moment lost. A symbol of idle, unrestrained apathy that... Can you please just take this present already? Gift? Let me see. Here you go. Ah, yes, fascinating. The machine who gave this to us said you were both suspicious and alluring. It seems this so-called gift is nothing more than a piece of unadorned glass. Therefore, I can only surmise that... do you want us to bring a message back to the woman who gave this to you? For a mere trifle? No. Okay then. Let's go. I have another present for you. A present? What sort? It's a fossil. One of your followers asked us to deliver it for you. I see, I see. She said you were indescribably passionate when it came to learning. Or something like that. A mechanical fossil. No use at all. Do you want us to tell her anything on your behalf, or... I'll not waste words on mere junk. Junk? Jean-Paul doesn't seem to appreciate these presents he's getting. I suppose we should go tell his followers exactly what he thinks of them, huh? They'll be waiting for some kind of reply. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how we managed to become the postal service for Jean-Paul and his followers. Let's see, there's an... so... Slide down here. No, that's the way to the forest area. We don't need to go there. How's Lonely Machine doing? I love this place, it's so quiet. Solitude makes you stronger. It's important for people to have time to themselves, don't you think? I'm not sure if machines count as people, however. Just to be clear, I'm not standing here by myself because I don't have any friends. No. Okay. I think last time we spoke to most of the machines in the village. Anyway, let me remember how to get downstairs. There's Pascal. We're not going to speak to Pascal until we've spoken to the little sister machine. The big sister machine, even. Come on, 2B. There's a ladder there. There you go. Right, we want to go down here. Did we get this guy's item? We've got, okay, we had to go to the factory, but we can do that after the big battle coming up. Thank you for bringing my sister home. I'm feeling much better thanks to the parts she found. Please take this. And we get the blue ribbon. And the music changes. Unfortunately, we can't put ribbons on both 2B and 9S at the same time. I promise not to make my sister worry anymore. There is no opportunity to tell her how babies are made, unfortunately. Let's spend some money and buy a weapon. My girlfriend is very excited for me to buy the machine axe, so let's do that. This guy sells weapons. Oh, we've already got the machine axe, so I guess we can buy the machine spear instead. We don't have any more. Oh, he learned how to make weapons from a legendary swordsmith in the forest. We'll meet that legendary swordsmith later, of course. In fact, the legendary swordsmith is the only place you can upgrade your weapons to tier 4, so... But we're a long way from that yet. Let's go chat with Pascal. Oh, you brought me some high viscosity oil! An enemy is just so kind and understanding. If only all androids and machines could live together in peace like this. Never gonna happen. Or never gonna happen, so. I guess not. I'd appreciate it if you could help out some of the other machines as well, though.
After all, the only way to understand someone is to get to know them. Isn't that right?
Fair enough.
What's that noise?
2B, this is an emergency transmission from the bunker. We're reading a Goliath-class enemy inside the city ruins. And it looks like there are a ton of other machines there with it. All Yorha units should proceed and engage immediately.
A Goliath? This was a trap. I knew it!
I promise you, we were not aware of this information. I realize the odds of you believing me are strikingly low, but I hope you will nonetheless.
We'll sort it out later. Let's go.
Yeah, so I think the machine dialogue changes after this, at this point. Okay, now I think it's the same. Right, time for some big dramatic robot fights. I'm not sure whether you're here for the big dramatic robot fights or the philosophizing, but either way, let's get to the city. This is of course the other way out of the city. Of the machine village. And I believe it's the intended way. This is a one-way gate that we opened earlier.
2B, Command is deploying new flight units for us. They just sent the coordinates, so let's get going.
On it.
So yeah, this happened. Well, if you want 6O's useless lesbianing, then you are in luck, because there's going to be more of that later. Okay, that doesn't seem to be a good way to go. I'm going to keep falling off that. In fact, I think I'm going a somewhat unhelpful route, but... Okay, moose pop in.
The flight units should be on the roof of that building up ahead. It'll be dangerous, but we're not going anywhere unless we pass through that Goliath's legs. We should be careful.
So yeah, here is angles again. Different angles, obviously we blew up the previous angles. To be honest, running between Angle's legs is actually perhaps the least dangerous thing we do in this game, but... if you recognise where we are, this is the building we landed much earlier. The fastest way up is probably to take the ladder, so prepare for some exciting ladder climbing. Woo! Hop, hop, hop. Waiting for the point you jump off the ladder. Have I gone past it already? I have gone past it already. Whoops. Gone too high. There we go. Uh-oh. High angles.
Damn it!
2B! Displaying data on central wiring hub.
Oh wait. That's not the pod program I want. I want the laser really, but oh well. Should have changed my pod program earlier. Anyway, here comes the robot arm, then we can do some real damage. This is less of a dramatic angles fight than the last one. But then angles here is only level 3. Great camera angle here. Oh, it's on fire now. Well, that was the laser. Kind of feel sorry for the angles, is really like. There we go. That's the first of the Goliath units.
Let's get to those flight units while we can.
Be careful. The skies are packed with anti-air weapons. Make sure to approach at low altitude.
Copy that.
And now for another flight unit section. Here's the other angles. Oh yeah, got missiles. Apparently the hitbox triangle of arm attack includes his upper arm, not just the lower arm. But we've just done one continuous burst of damage all the way through his health bar. Wonder if I can hit him in the face. Yeah, I can. There we go.
Target enemies offline. That should do it for the Goliaths.
Look out! It's recharging! Ah!
Enemy vibrations are growing in intensity. It's resonating in tandem with the area beneath the combat zone.
And now, the map is very different. Moreover,
What the...
I love that they have a
Unbelievable.
giant screen with
The
aliens.
who haven't revealed themselves in hundreds of years. We're hiding underground?
I just love that they have their interface just has alert aliens set up as just to go all over the place, like just in case anyone would miss the message that there's aliens. So some interface designer programming that at your like, what will we do if the aliens show up? Let's just make the screen all red with aliens. So
Yorha, this is your commander. For the first time in centuries, we've intercepted a signal belonging to the aliens. These are the creatures that are in direct command of the machine life forms on this planet. If we can destroy them, we can end this long and arduous war once and for all. Our intel team is hard at work attempting to analyze the source of the signal, but we're not there yet. We need more data. All Yorha units are hereby ordered to prioritize data collection above all else. We can't let this chance slip through our fingers. Glory to mankind.
I used command's data to determine the signal's source and marked it on the map. But it seems to be underground. Like way underground.
Guess we'll see once we get there. If we're lucky.
You're not much for plans, are you, 2B?
So, junior side quests have opened up now, but there's a good reason to press on with the main plot, just for a little bit more. Firstly, because it's pretty cool, and secondly, because it's going to open up the fast travel system, which is very useful.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
Anyway, let's check our emails. So, this is a good one. So, new quest from Operator 60. Your new mission is to capture renegade Yorha members. Not only did these members go absent without leave, but we have confirmed that they have engaged in unlawful conduct, including theft of Resistance resources. They are to be taken into custody as soon as possible. Note that this is a direct order from the commander. Forwarding it is forbidden. So yeah,
Operator
Deserters.
6082B. Be aware that the following transmission is classified Privilege Level 5. A group of Yorha fighters deployed to the city ruins have deserted. We need you to take care of them immediately. But Don't get yourself hurt, alright?
Yorha members deserting? And attacking the Resistance, no less?
Proposal. Rogue Yorha units should be captured and detained in order to keep collateral damage at a minimum.
Detained? Easy for you to say.
So we're not going to do that just yet. We're going to go underground. I don't think that will lock us out of anything. And you're not really permanently locked out of anything. So you previously you asked about the New Game Plus system. This game actually, to get the full story, you've got to do like a bunch of New Game Pluses, or which is just it's not really a New Game Plus. It's more of a one long game. But every so often you get what the game terms an ending. It's not such an ending, so much an ending as a just
Requested material obtained.
So I will not give details of what the next playthrough is going to involve, but briefly the first two playthroughs cover the same time period, and then the second two playthroughs.
2B, we picked up the signal under the caved-in area. Let's go check it out.
We are going to do that in a moment, but let's in fact, let's do it right now. Although, what's up here? I actually can't remember what this quest up here is. What? Oh yeah, Android in here. Hey, you're with Yorha, right? Look, I know this is a bit out of the blue, but can you help me? I've got something of an emergency on my hands. It seems that some machine life forms have stolen several plug-in chips containing classified data. If they realise what they have, we're going to be in big trouble. You have to help me get them back. So he needs to track down 3 plug-in chips, and all located somewhere in the city. That will also be one to deal with later.
Alert. Signal code detected for missing plug-in chip. Marking approximate location on map.
We won't deal with that just yet. First of all, let's go down underground.
What is this?
Analysis. It is a cave-in caused by the collapse of an open space underground.
Why is there such a huge cavern beneath the city? That's a weird-looking enemy.
So yeah, here we meet the giant snake enemies, which can be a little bit annoying, but... Oh, this is a powered up one as well, I think. Like, basically, later on you get an easier way to defeat these, but for now you basically just have to follow them around. The only vulnerable spot is the yellow ball, and just kind of shoot that, and occasionally the yellow ball will jump to a different section of the machine. I imagine these are a massive pain in hard mode where you don't have lock on. Without lock on, it's just a case of not getting killed, moving around a lot, using your perfect dodges, which I kind of did a bit poorly there, but whatever. There goes one. Yeah, it does. I think it's the royal llamas from Nausicaa, those big bugs in the forest with the section. Ooh. Okay, let's Actually, put an auto heal item, I think. Yeah. Although it only uses. Right, let's not be silly and. Let's not be silly, I said. Anyway. In that regard, it's quite similar, a long, flying, segmented enemy. There's one more. This one flies in corkscrews, which makes it kind of tricky. I'm just basically running around, tapping R2 every few seconds to, yeah. Yeah, good point. Definitely, I think it has a very similar tone to a lot of Miyazaki stuff, especially his like earlier post-apocalyptic stories like Nausicaa. So yeah, we just kind of dash about shooting this thing until it blows up. We don't actually have to destroy these, but it's worth doing so because it puts the information in our enemy codex. Do I have the laser? Yes, I do. Although I think that hit an intermediate part of the machine. This one's one of the worst patterns for these flying enemies to fly in, because it just goes in a. It's really hard to get a good angle on the thing so that. I can't even see its health bar. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's almost done. Let's go and find the aliens who masterminded this war and yeah, created the machine life forms.
The ground is caved in. There must have been a hollow down there this whole time.
We can't open that. So yeah, and the ground.
This hallway looks pretty old.
That would be handy to upgrade some of our weapons. Here's a flying enemy with a big drill on top. Over the camera there, that was a bit hard to read. Oh, an upgrade chip, I wonder what this will be. Auto Hill +1. Doesn't have a diamond, so it's probably not as good as what we've already got, but might be worth checking out our plug-in chips briefly. Moving up. One. I got deadly. Oh no, we don't have auto heal yet. Auto heal is one of the most useful, I think. What I'm gonna do is possibly, what do we got? 54 out of 56, so we need to use 8. We really need to buy some chipset upgrades. I think what I'll do is I'll leave it as. No, actually, let's. I'm gonna swap deadly heal for auto heal, just for the time being. That won't be enough. Swap deadly heal and one of these movement speed ones. Optimize it, and there's a boss fight coming up, so it'll be more useful to have auto heal because I won't get a lot of kills during a boss fight. I think it's this way. I may be going back out. No. Basically, auto heal. If you avoid taking damage for long enough, you start healing over time. which is very handy. Oh, here's a stairway with a bunch of
Look
dead
at all
machines.
these dead machines. Seems like they've been here for a long time.
What does it mean?
What is this place?
I don't know. There's nothing like it in the database.
Are they dead?
2B, look!
Destroyed alien motherships.
Welcome to the graveyard of our creators.
It's Adam and Eve.
You.
2B!
Eh? Can I kill him yet?
Relax, Eve. We're still negotiating here.
Fine.
My name is Adam. The aliens you seek are no longer here. They were wiped out centuries ago. By us. The machines.
Wiped out.
And who knows? Perhaps we'll wipe out the androids next. Machines are weapons capable of evolution. We can grow. We can become aware. Eventually, the intelligence within our network began to surpass that of our creators. You'd probably be surprised at how quickly it happened.
You destroyed your own creators?
Oh, there's no need to fret about them. They were simple, infantile, almost like plants, I guess you'd say. They held no value to us. But the humans on the moon, now they are interesting.
Why them?
Because they are an enigma. They killed uncountable numbers of their own kind, and yet loved in equal measure. It's fascinating, don't you think? What could possibly drive such behavior? We have dedicated ourselves to unraveling this riddle of humanity. And now we will allow you to assist us. You were made in their image, after all.
Assist you with what?
It's simple. We need you to locate the humans on the moon and bring them to us. We will then dissect and analyze them in order to drag their secrets forth into the light. Surely you see the attraction in this.
Are you insane? We'd never do that! Can you believe this, 2B? This guy's bonkers.
Well, I suppose this concludes negotiations. The only remaining option is to destroy you. The same way we destroyed these pathetic little aliens.
Anyway, I didn't do much
Time
damage to them
grows
there.
short. This year, this is the fate that befell our creators.
As for your beloved humans, I guess we'll see, won't we?
They're gone.
It's less of a boss fight and more of a...
The aliens were already dead.
Yeah. We better get back to the bunker.
more of a cutscene with a fight in the middle. I'm just going to quickly run around here so you can have a look at the aliens. They're kind of potato-headed, tentacly people. And I'm going to briefly pause the game so I can go to the loot. I think on my first playthrough I did a lot more damage to them, but they all leave when you finish the conversation regardless. I'm not sure what happens if you actually manage to get
Back
through
this
the
way
health
again?
bar.
What a pain.
I think
Stop complaining.
if you
Yeah.
if you get their health low enough, they'll run away regardless.
2B, this is Operator 60. We now have an operational transporter in the city ruins. We're attempting to deploy them at other points as well.
About time we had access to those.
Care to fill me in?
Transporters? They let you transfer your consciousness to a temporary body back in the bunker. I heard some tech guys talking about it a while ago, but I didn't know they'd finally got it working. Anyway, I'll mark the positional data on the map.
Okay, I'll be right back very quickly. Thank you for bearing with me there. So yeah, the aliens are already dead. And anyway, here's Jackass.
Hey, how's it hanging?
You again.
Your commander told me to build a new access point, so here you go. Oh, and I got the stupid transporter up and running too.
Thank you?
I've known the commander for a while now. She sure is good at pawning work off on people. Next time you see her, give her some lip for me, will ya?
So this has a transporter now, huh?
Still, transporters are pretty handy. They're way faster than flight units when it comes to traveling between Earth and the bunker. Flight units also leave us open to attack, and they're expensive to operate too.
So just to explain this, because it's not super spelled out in the game, these transporters basically have a bunch of all the materials needed to build an android body from scratch, and one might wonder why don't they use these to make a huge army of androids, but it's just a convenient way to give you a teleporting mechanism. I think it doesn't bear too much thought. Anyway, what we're going to do now, transport us. Although it says it talks about transporting back to the bunker, we can actually transport between any 2 points on the map now. As long as we've unlocked them. So let's go in and in that. I believe the next thing we're supposed to do is report to the commander. Now we have a quick travel system. We can go through the side quests a lot faster. And also explore areas. As it happens, we may well have the materials now to upgrade some of our weapons. Been tough lately, but it's important to get rest. Make sure you keep your weapons in good order too. I guess we don't. Okay. The broken key, severed cable. Yeah, more broken keys. So machine weapons usually use bits of low-level machines like broken keys. A bunch of beast hides. I think we get some of those from a quest reward. I think I haven't been upgrading my weapons, like getting resources and upgrading my weapons as thoroughly, but that's okay. So I don't know if you remember this one, but she mostly said she's been having memory problems. Now it's time to do something about that. Something wrong? You're from Yorha, right? I suppose you're... The thing is, I recently came out on the losing end of a scuffle with some machine lifeforms. The battle ended up corrupting a portion of my memory, which is a serious pain, as I'm sure you can imagine. Take these photographs, for instance. I have no idea when they were taken or even what they are. I only know that they're important. So, blurry photograph there. Photo of the amusement park. Photo of a waterfall we'll find later. I recognise that you're busy, but if you have the time to help me out, I'd appreciate it. Of course we're going to help her. Thank you so much. If you find the location of any of these photos, please send me the coordinates. I absolutely will, cute butch android. Hopefully that will help me recover my missing memories. We'll let you know if we find anything. Thank you. Okay,
These places look familiar. One looks like the amusement park, one looks like the desert, and one looks like the forest. Let's keep our eyes open next time we're in any of those areas.
I'm not sure how 9S knows about the forest yet, since we haven't been there, but never mind. Let's hand that music box over to the android in question. Also, I'm just going to check if there's any interesting items before we hand it over. Nope, just rusty music box. Excuse me, is this the music box you were looking for? That's it! Where did you find it? In the amusement park next to the corpse of an android. Maybe that was its owner. Oh. Was she... Well, it's awfully rusty, but with a little work I should be able to get it playing again. Of course. Thank you for bringing the box to me. Now I can finally concentrate on my work again. Well, you two are welcome to enter the back anytime you like from now on. So we get a bunch of stuff. I thought there was one that would give us a bunch of beast hides, but I guess not. Here is a really silly quest. It's just gonna pick up the items. Now we can get in the back area. But first, so remember the person who lost someone. So look here. There's something carved in this column. 3 numbers. I wonder if it's a set of coordinates. Target point maybe? Or a hidden location? No way to tell. I'll add them to the map regardless. So as it happens, that is where the friend went. And then there's this guy doing a splendid job of guarding. All clear to the right, all clear to the left. Nothing to report today. Good work. And here's a, I don't know, for some reason there's a bunch of box sliding puzzles quests. What to do, what to do. What's wrong? Maybe I can help you out. Say you're from the bunker, right? Well, turns out I have some packages that need transporting, but I can't get them out of the storage. One of my superiors is in charge of it, but now I have to do it. And now there's so much stuff I can't possibly move it. She's gonna have my head for this. I gotta get these packages for transport out of here. Think you can get the goods for me? Great, thanks a million. So yeah, this is, in some level, I guess it's a callback to the original.
Objects likely to be the targeted packages.
I can't get them out like this. Ugh, better make a path first.
So yeah, it's a sliding box puzzle. Everyone's favorite video game trope. Oh, okay, these ones seem to be ones that you can push but not pull. So obviously we can't, so our choices are to push that one that way, or that way, or that one up there. So we want to get that box up there, or we also want to get that item in the bottom corner. So this is probably not going to be the most exciting viewing. So let me tell you a bit of some random facts about this game. There's actually a sequel to a stage play that Yoko Tano wrote, because Yoko Tano is weird like that and just goes for weird choices of media, and there's a sort of all this sort of gothic Lolita androids and with katanas and things began as a stage performance, and later on we'll find basically the story of what happened in that stage show. This of course is also a sequel to the original Nier, which was much more of a fantasy game than this one. I've been watching a Let's Play of it lately. And has a lot more magic and stuff like that.
Okay, that should be all of the packages.
There's some very strange aspects to this, which I will go into in a little bit when we hear a bit more about Project Gestalt. So we can now wait, 2B. When the camera is locked to the side view like this, it's very hard to aim at any NPCs. You went and found everything? Talk about a lifesaver. You really need to organize your storage area. I could barely walk in there. Seriously, you need to clean that place up. I know. I'll take it up with my superior. Here's a little something for your trouble. So yeah. Yes, low value items. No matter. That's a very uninteresting side quest, but if we want to 100% the game, we're going to do all the side quests, including the boring ones. I think there may be different dialogue on the NPCs now. There's some characters who will be important later. I'm so busy lately that I haven't had a proper break. You gotta rest sometimes. What's that? I look like I'm always resting. Hey, mind your business! Make sure you take it easy, alright? That goes in there and connects to this. I think they're saying the same things as before, actually, so leave. So what we're going to do here now is buy some. Wait, no, we can't upgrade the pod yet. We have none of those materials. You got no. Oh, we could fuse these deadly hills, but we don't want to because one of them's much better than the other. It takes much less space. That would be a waste. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to buy +8 storage. I go into my skills and put Deadly Hill +1 on there. Also going to remove this auto heal +1 because we've actually got a much better auto heal now. It's +2 and takes less slots, so that's a considerable upgrade. Probably have room for something else. Drop rate, no, we don't have room for drop rate up, unfortunately. Actually, let's see if there's some items we can sell, because that might give us room for some more. Oh, we've got some machine cores, and they're very valuable, and as far as I can tell, have no further use in the game. So. With that, we can buy quite a bit of storage. Make us a little bit less underpowered. For example, we could really do with some weapon attack up. Oh, this is a very bulky one, but we'll get better later. And I don't know why we're getting taunt up, because we don't get taunts until very much later in the game. That's probably the best we can do for now. Oh no, we got room for a movement speed up. Optimize that. Okay, look at how many quest markers we've got on the map now. We've got a lot to do. So I hope everyone's okay with doing side quests for a while. And yes, so the first thing we're actually going to do is go to the desert. We're going to teleport to that marker there. The reason we're going to the desert is because of this big pulsing marker here. And also, and there is a desert oasis. So remember how every time we went to the desert I'd say something about a pod you could get here? This is now we get that. Area. I can't remember exactly what the trigger is for this pod that we find. I'm not just aimlessly running around and picking up items for the sake of it. Oh, there it is. I'm running past it this whole time.
Is this a pod?
Hypothesis. The owner discarded this pod and left it in safe mode. Motives unknown.
Why was it abandoned? Pod, reactivate it for me. If it's usable, try to overwrite the original owner with my ID.
Activation complete. Access granted. Previous owner ID successfully overwritten. Special weaponry now available.
Unfortunately, you don't get two little robot friends following you around, but you can switch to a different pod and each pod can have a different pod program, and each one also has a different weapon mode. So, whereas the main pod has a Gatling gun, the secondary pod has a missile launcher, which only works when I've got enemies to target. But I'll show you. And we find some enemies. So yeah, you hit targets bunch and shoots homing missiles at them. Yeah, kind of handy. I think it's most useful in hard mode where you don't have homing lock on, so you can't target with the. And of course, I can just shoot them with the original pod's weapons. Give me single target damage. My girlfriend says beep. There's a lot of moving speed up drops in the desert. At some point we'll combine them all into one incredibly good one. And cap out our movement speed. Oh, I appear to have switched in the axe. So I'm trying to skirt the edge of the desert here, but at a certain point, I think it's here, you can actually head off the edge for a bit. Although it doesn't look like much, there is an oasis to be found. I'll figure it out. I think we're on the right track here. I think I've kind of taken a bit of a diagonal route instead of the intended path, but yeah. Push through the sandstorm, and I'm gonna have to check if chat is updating properly. Would someone mind saying something in chat, and if I see it, I'll know. If not, I'll have to switch out of stream for a sec and.
Hold on. This is one of the places in that Resistance member's photographs. Better record the coordinates.
So yeah, this is the oasis. You can fish here. There may be some fish you can only catch here. Okay. Haven't missed that miss. There's also a Yoha android here. Hello! A flock of birds came to rest their wings here. I wonder if they instinctively knew how to escape the storm. It seems like time moves more slowly here. If you've got nothing to do, why don't you try fishing? Everyone loves settling down for a round by the pond. We're not going to try fishing. There is one place in the game that fishing gets you something useful, and we haven't been there yet. Unfortunately there's no save point quite here, so we're just going to have to run out of the desert. That's my the pod program I have on that pod. Isn't that cool? I use that a lot to take out large groups of enemies in my previous playthrough. camera's a bit hard to see here. But... Okay, one of the 3 places down. Have an extra pod. Gonna mark the save point on the map so we don't miss it by accident. Yeah, okay, there is a side quest there. Or is that a save point? Save point. Let's go to the factory now. Couple of things we need. Let's find that memory alloy or whatever it was they wanted. Not memory alloy. Elaborate gadget. Was there another question? No, it's oh hello, what's that? Oh no, that's one of the save points. We'll get that later. Let's check out those androids who deserted Yorha and apparently ran off with some resources. This quest is sad. So there's 3 locations where the androids, deserting androids might be. If it is, then so my girlfriend said you may be the only watcher. That would be a shame. Going to keep playing for a bit longer, and hopefully, even if people couldn't catch it at the time, you'll be able to enjoy the VOD when it comes out. Because here's a nice thing you can do. So remember that huge Engels attacking the city that we fought earlier? Wow. There he is.
Hang on, 2B. This machine is still alive.
So destroy it.
Maybe we should hold off. Its main drive has been trashed, so there's no way it can attack us. And we might be able to learn something interesting if we study it.
I'm going to try and repair some of its damaged circuits. Why? So we can learn more about the machines. Don't you think it's at least worth a shot? If you say so. I'm going to need a pristine screw in order to finish the repairs. We might be able to find one in the remains of other enemies. Odd, search the locations of relevant enemies.
Target location data obtained. Marking on map.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm still not sure any of this is a good idea.
The more data we have, the better, right?
Over here we see new enemy styles.
Alert. Signal code detected for missing plug-in chip. It is likely in the possession of a machine life form.
So the electric shields do damage up close, and you have to shoot them, and then you can damage them normally.
Requested plug-in chip obtained.
So that's one of the two things that bring us here. The other one will take us actually back to the top of the building where we fought Engels, which is the Android Deserters quest. Screwed that up. Really screwed that up, wow. Fell far enough to take falling damage. Quite embarrassing. Oh, I'm only midway up the building. Okay, no matter. I don't think I'm in a place like... Ah, oh dear. That was really silly. I apologise for that. I think we just hit the stairs like a normal person. Welcome to Androids Running Up the Stairs, the fun live stream of androids running upstairs. Yeah, there's the room I fought angle. Anyway, over here is where we want to go. I hope they're actually up here. They are.
They're from Yorha.
Alert. Targets are rogue units 22B and 64B, currently designated for detention.
They've come for us, idiot! Prepare to engage and inform the captain!
Got it!
You're both currently wanted by command for desertion. Disengage and surrender immediately.
Shut your trap!
So yeah, we fight other androids. Using You're her weaponry.
Hold up! The captain is ordering a retreat!
Understood!
I wish we could jump that high.
They got away.
Interesting. So we could go back towards the factory to meet them again. Or over here. On top of Engels. Casually jump off a building. Just run all the way around Engels. No, you could do it that way. Now. It doesn't look like they're up here. No. No sign of them up here. I'm not entirely sure, mechanically speaking, how this quest works. Anyway, there's another thing we can do up here. Or there should be, anyway. Thought this is where Speedstar begins, but I can't see the android that gives us Speedstar, so we'll come back to that later, I guess. Not android, the machine. It's essentially a little racing minigame quest. Let's go towards the factory if they're not up there. We just climbed up angles for no particularly good reason. One to edit out if I ever cut this up for YouTube. Back towards the factory. It might be easier just to take the shortcut. Oh, are we being attacked? It's just a moose. I hope no one is disappointed by the lack of giant boars in the stream so far. Although I just realised I set myself up for a perfect. There is a giant board. A board, it's you. Joke. Atlas says climbing giant robots is how you express affection for them. Just Okay. Seems to be random about whether this is where you fight them again later. But as to what triggers them to appear, I couldn't say. We'll just do some other quests and come back for this one. Just a moment, I'm going to very briefly alt tab. No matter. What I'll do is I'll wrap out the side quest in this segment, and then I'll probably end the stream just before the next big bit of plot. I believe that up there is another one of those plug and chips that we need to retrieve. So all pod programs can involve a second pod. If you hold down the button for long enough. Oh, knocked at the building. Ow. That was some bad play there. Can get up there with just with a double jump, but it does require some slightly fiddly timing. The red and black machines are stronger than the other machines. Another plug-in chip.
Requested plug-in chip obtained. Alert. The specifications of this plug-in chip are unusual.
Oh?
This chip is a model used exclusively by Yorha units. There is no reason for a non-Yorha android to possess it.
A Yorha-only chip?
What thickens? If you recall, it was a Resistance android, not a Yorha android, who asked us to go on this mission and collect these ships. Another group of enemies up here, which I believe are the final plug-in chip. That's... yeah, I can do that. And look, there's some big guys with axes. Oops. Not a relevant item. I thought I had to tack up or something. Ooh. Sea loving androids are a machine imitating a human in a cradle in the sky. Use that for a quick kill.
Alert. Incoming message from command.
And what will this be?
All units, be on the lookout for a missing Yorha in the city ruins. This unit was in possession of several plug-in chips that contain classified information. I need you to seek out whatever intel you can regarding their current whereabouts and status.
Roger. Chips with classified data, is it?
There may be multiple ways to resolve this quest. Nope. Like there's no choice but to take them to the guy. Let's see where we're going to go next. So that's Speedstar. I'm not sure when it's going to come back. We need to. So this is a quest I can actually. I don't know why it's in this playthrough because it's really high level. That. Oh, I know what that will be. Let's go back to the Machine Village. There's a fairly interesting quest. Actually a semi-secret area just over that cliff, but we will end up going there as part of a quest later on, so we'll leave it for now.
What was all that about?
No idea.
Excuse me, can I ask what just happened? Oh, this is so embarrassing. But if you must know, I was arguing with my child. You don't say. That boy just refuses to listen to me. And now he's gone and run off to who knows where. This is terribly forward of me, but would you mind finding him and bringing him home? I'd go myself, but I'd never survive out there on my own. We'll see what we can do. Look at you big softies, isn't I? So yeah, this is... Hey, welcome! This is another Machine Child Escort quest, not quite as long as the last one.
So this machine mother has a child, eh? It's surprising to see them form familial units like that. I wonder if they'll let us examine their brain circuits if we bring the kid home.
Wow, 9S.
Your scientific curiosity is getting out of hand, 9S.
Joking, I'm joking. Mostly.
So yeah, we have to find the child. The child is conveniently marked on our map, somehow. And... fetch Tin Can Child for Tin Can Mum. And not fall repeatedly off a route. It should be very easy to climb. Oh.
Careful, 2B. I'm picking up...
Over there.
Oh, I'm not sure what 9S was picking up. I ran too fast. Anyway, we're going to say hi to this child.
Easy there, little guy. It's alright. You weren't scared, were you?
We should leave before more enemies arrive.
Come on, kid. Don't be unreasonable. Any ideas, 2B? I've never dealt with a snot-nosed machine before.
You got me.
Not sure how.
Uh-oh. More enemies incoming.
I'm on it.
Mommy only ever praises my big brother. My little brother broke play once and she blamed me for it. My big brother punched me, but somehow it was my fault. It's not fair. I hate my mommy. I hate her.
Did we just target the kid? I think we just targeted the kid.
Are you finished? Your mother is worried about you. She sent us here to find you. So quit with the whining and let us take you home already.
Of course, you know, of course, that the machines cannot biologically reproduce or anything like that.
Stay close, all right? Don't go
We'll talk
wandering
about
off.
that in a bit.
Hey, mister. Was Mommy really worried about me?
She sure was. So let's go home and have you apologize, all right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's cute. Yeah. I think the blue ribbon is less overbearing than the pink one. Sadly, I can't get them both in ribbons. Oh. Oh. Not sure why the escort, the child is targetable. I should say this is the last time we will be escorting a child machine through a dangerous area. This and the Little Sister quest are the only such ones. I won't say why that will be. Look at him hop. Isn't that cute? Not sure why the machines that are on the network are driven to attack the pacifist machines. Oh. Enemies. Ah, it's these guys up here. Oh. Yeah, letting the machine getters take a bit much damage here, but I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem. I have been kind of rushing through the game without upgrading my gear very much, so... Well, rushing through the game in a sense that involves doing all the side quests, but you know. Then maybe one more attack, and then our little blue hopper will be free. Oh yeah, titanium alloy, that's a valuable drop. Ah, you're back! Thank you so much for bringing him home. Selfish child, how dare you make me worry like that? Hey, no need to get all angry about this, Nines. Mummy? Mummy? No, don't cry. You have any idea how worried I was? I'm so sorry, Mummy, please don't cry. I'm sorry too, my darling. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, Mummy. Go on, honey. Get yourself home. I have to thank these nice people for helping me. Okay, bye-bye, androids. I swear, sometimes I think that child's mind is just a bunch of bolts rattling around an empty pail. I never imagined how hard it would be to disconnect from the network. We're constantly misunderstanding each other. Still, on those rare occasions where we connect, it makes me so very happy. I can see that. Thank you again for bringing him home. This isn't much, but I'd very much like you to have it. Thank you very much. Mutual understanding without a network sounds tough, says 9S, who also doesn't have a network. True, but it also seems kind of fun. So we have a bit more information on units in the... You mostly get unit data from killing them. And there's various categories for like different regions machines. So for example, these are the ones who are dressed like people from Facade. I'm not reading these because there's a lot of text and not all of it's necessarily very interesting. We've only got one amusement park machine information because we didn't go around killing the amusement park machines. Yeah. So Pascal's villages. So that they, as we've said before, they've cut themselves off from the network and they're pacifists. These all have the same text, I think, except Pascal himself, a pacifist machine life form that despises conflict and strives endlessly for peace with humanity. This unit possesses incredible intelligence as well as a deep interest in the history of both humans and machines. And yeah, this is the machine family we just helped. And they're sort of getting really into their patriarchal gender roles here, with that painted on moustache. Coolant leaked from the mother's eyes when her missing child finally returned home. Despite the lack of network access causing disagreements among her family, she still spoke happily of the incredible joy to be found in understanding. So we've had proof of what the narration claims is proof of familial bonds and sisterhood exists among machines. These are just the red and black machines, are just stronger versions of machines. And the boss is still labelled in the Celestial alphabet. It's Marx, Engels, Adam. We can actually see a couple of different views of Adam. This is how we found him originally. This is how he's dressed in the alien ship. And this is Eve. We're going to see a lot more of Adam and Eve. That's Simone. Possibly Simone de Beauvoir. Possibly not. And yeah, just thought I'd show you that. Let's get on and do another side quest. So that is a quest that's too difficult for us right now. Oh, we do need to revisit the Wandering Couple. But before we do that, let's go to the amusement park quickly and take back Jean-Paul's reply to the machine there. We can also quickly do the one in the desert, then we'll go to the pacifist machine village and wrap up the Jean-Paul quest. And Also, I would like to find the thing to fix up Engels and start the Engels conversation quest while we're at it. So, back to the amusement park. I still haven't found out what happens if you do just start fighting your way through the amusement park and killing all the machines here if they respawn or what. Just feel too guilty about investigating that line. So, of course, later on, things get a bit ugly here, but we won't get into that now. Did you give my gift to Master Jean-Paul? I must know what he said. Well, he said it was a mere trifle. Such insight, such truth. He sees to the core of things in a way others cannot. I shall follow you for the rest of my days, Master Jean-Paul. Well, that's a long time. Oh, and let's watch a play while we're here.
This place looks familiar. Oh, right. It's from that woman's photograph. I'll be sure to get her the coordinates.
That's 2 of the 3 photos now. So yeah, this is, I don't know whether to call it an Easter egg, but if you go back to the theatre after the fight with Simone, I think it's now. Or maybe it's not now. At some point you get to watch a play. Must be later. Sorry about that. Maybe it's during 9S's playthrough. The B playthrough, that is. We're going to teleport to the desert, and then we'll teleport to the machine village. Back to this machine and her 4 wives. You there, delivery boy. Pray tell what Master Jean-Paul thought of my present. 9S just skates around. He called it a useless piece of junk. Such cruelty. There are barely the words for it. When I think about his wanton sadism, it makes me... Oh! Yeah, so here is our submachine.
This is exhausting. He doesn't care at all about anyone but himself. And yet his followers just keep talking about how great he is. What's the point of all this? And what's he even getting out of it?
Maybe you should ask him.
That is precisely what we're going to do. first go and do the Wandering Couple. Oh, so after we've done the battle with Engels in the middle of the game, a lot of things have changed in the village from the big earthquake. So let's do a quick round of the machines and talk to them and find out what's changed. And climb a ladder in the fun way, of course. The earthquake really caught me off guard. I actually dropped one of my torsos. Dear me, where could it have gone? This one, I won't let the other woman beat me to the punch. I must write Master Jean-Paul a new letter at once. We've spoken to her before, she doesn't really... He's just completely linked to the Jean-Paul quest. In my house, everything's within arm's reach. It's a comfortable life. I have everything I need. I don't need a house. You know, sometimes it would be nice to be warm and cozy, but out here I'm always free. Ah, that was good. Problem is I walk too far away from the camera because there is a small degree of 3D motion in this plane, and that makes me get caught on the house there. So what should be a very easy jump is... Yeah, I keep pushing the controller forward. Sorry about this. Not as fitty as it looks. Or there we go. Shouldn't be as fiddly as it looks. Here's the mother machine we just helped. Thank you for saving my son. I feel like I understand him better than before. I know that raising a child is never easy, but I feel it's worth the struggle. Hey, thanks for before! I'm a really good boy now. I listen to everything Mummy says. Really? No, really? I'm good now. I'm really, really good. Really, I mean it. The machine. My son told me how you helped him. Thank you. I fear this is in no small part my fault, for I put all the burden of raising him on my wife. You certainly did. I'm sorry, dear. Yeah, Daddy, you should play with me more. I'm sorry. Well, as long as you've learned your lesson. Yeah, learn your lesson. I was hoping one of you would have taken my side. I suppose I should try to be more of a family man, as they say. But what does that entail, exactly? The machine up there is part of a quest we only get in the B playthrough. I heard a really loud boom. It was scary, but also kind of exciting. Everything was shaking so much, it was so loud. Wow, that was a huge earthquake. This is also a character we won't say anything right now. He will only speak in the B playthrough. I heard an explosion in the distance. Are you okay? Stay out of trouble. This is, I believe, the way to the forest. Oh, there was a machine here before. There was a huge noise before, so I came here to see what's going on. I hope that this forest creatures are okay. Pascal's machines are so nice. I'm sure they'll be totally fine. Where's John Paul? Oh, hey, you again. If you're looking for Jean Paul, you're too late. He set out on a journey. A journey, huh? Yes, he said he needed to go find himself or something. Oh, but he left a letter for you. Here. And hey, B-side, now we can upgrade one of our swords.
Well, he's nothing if not consistent. A weirdo right to the very end. I wonder if all his followers being female had something to do with his weirdness. Did the human sexes interact with each other like this?
Who knows?
That's, I think it's a key item. Jean-Paul's letter reads, I've left to seek the truth of the world. Throw that trash away. And that's the story of Jean-Paul. If anyone here is a Sartre scholar, please let me know how it's incredibly funny and I'm missing out on all the nuanced philosophy jokes. Let's go down to the bottom layer and talk to the machines down there. So if you remember, this machine was carrying its friend around earlier. Come on. Give me a prompt. Wow, okay. I just absorb this body and then I can, there we go. I'm so tired from carrying my friend. I just need a little rest. And the friend in question has been left in a bit of a situation. I think I've had my fill of this place. I'd like to go somewhere else, but my carrier isn't showing up. He just doesn't seem to care about punctuality at all. Or perhaps he's angry. I keep asking him to carry me everywhere. I think... Let's deliver the gadget for these deserting resistance members to fix themselves up. That's it! Now my companion can fix what's been ailing him, says the one on the left. I'm so glad we trusted you. We'll leave this place as soon as we can. Please pray for our safe passage. This is not the end of the quest. But we'll find them again elsewhere in the game. Yeah, tech's not bad. Oh yeah, these machines I want to play. I'm trying to think of games we can play with their stubby little legs. Maybe we should just settle for tag. And if you're wondering about the missing torso from the machine up there, hey, look at this torso I found lying on the ground. How cool does this make me look? It's not enough, I want more. Got these guys up here. Oh, powers that be, grant me a bigger body. I wish I was as big as him. As for him, just because I'm big doesn't mean I'm strong. And the little sister and the big sister. Yeah, they don't say anything different after we complete their quest. So, with that... That was some earthquake, are you right? Are you alright? I've been told that providing is preventing, so buy whatever you like. So what we'll do is, you can now upgrade a lot of weapons, although only one level. So I don't know, which machine weapon do we want to upgrade? You can also upgrade one of the virtuous weapons, either Virtuous Treaty or Virtuous Dignity. I've been using the spear a lot. If you want to see me using the big samurai sword instead. But my girlfriend thinks I should upgrade the axe, so that axe it shall be. We'll get lots more broken keys later. Switch to the big samurai sword. I hope that guy in the forest is okay. So, switch to Virtuous Treaty. Oh, well, actually, let's switch to the axe. Human fight. Why? Why humans love? I probably shouldn't read out the story in bit by bit, but wait until we can upgrade it to 4th level. Does Pascal have anything to say? Look how ridiculously big this axe is. Hey, you're right. There was a huge earthquake, so I was worried. I'm glad you and the villagers are all okay. I know there's not much to do here, but consider yourself at home. Later on, we're going to build a slide here. But that's only a piece later. Okay, so that is everything we can do in the machine village for now. What have we got? What else have we got to do? We've still got the Yorha Betrayers. Oh yeah, there's a interesting quest at the amusement park. Well, not necessarily that interesting, but I don't know. I think maybe that's what sets up the play. Need to run to the entrance of the amusement park. These are just vendor trash. These items like precious earrings and necklaces and so forth. So in the past we saw a bunch of named machines, like for example these two brother machines, and now we're going to get a chance to talk to them. Hello, welcome to the amusement park. Here's your stamp card. If you collect all the stamps, you'll win a free prize. You'll find the stamps inside the amusement park. Make sure to search high and low. And just between you and me, I hear that the prizes are more than just free. They're deluxe. Off you go then. Good luck and have fun. Stamp collecting, yay! Oh, what fun! Oh, what fun! Accept my love! And we get a stamp earring. Thank you, thank you. The first stamp is actually at the base of this statue here.
Stamp discovered. It is advisable to recover as many of these collectible items as possible. Proposal: imprint the stamp upon the card.
You mean stamp it?
Thank you, Pod. Wonder what the significance of that flower is. We'll find out later. when Emil shows up. You have business here? No? Oh, maybe you had to get it from the shopkeeper. Shh! Don't shout! Can I help you? No. Ah, here's the machine. Drawing machine. so sad. I guess you want to stamp it. Fine, I'll stamp it with my tears. Wah. Say, you want a stamp? Here, take it. I'm not really sure I understand the point of this quest, but... Oh yeah, that's right. The stamp quest is what gets you to see the play, so we'll get quite an amusing ending of this quest. Machine is... God knows what this machine is doing. Yahoo! Stamps! 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 One stamp coming up. Oh yeah, I love stamps. Let's do this thing. So I misspoke before. It's not the machines who we saw before, but a new bunch of machines have spawned during this quest only. Back off, arsehole! We machines are alive, you got that? You should die, all of you should die, and this goddamn stamp should die too. Friendly guy. Oh look, there's a new item here. I think this may be the stamp. If not, then it's just an item. Crystal. Where was it here? Usually you get it from a machine. In fact, I think you maybe always get it from a machine, so maybe we need to climb over. That does remind me though, there is actually an item up here. Oh no, there's a stamp.
Discovered. Proposal. Imprint the stamp upon the card.
Grab this box as well. Just a skill cell, but you know. Then let's go. Yeah. Oh dear, that was bad jumping. If you're wondering about the boxes with locks on top that I can't open, that's something, we'll get to those in the B playthrough. They usually contain bits of lore. And yeah, I know what you mean, like, this is definitely not the most exciting of side quests in the game. Yeah, so there are some really cool side quests. Or side quests with like a decent amount of story to them. This is just collect stamps, yay! Look at these quirky machines. Coming up to the area of the tank, which we left alive before. I still haven't found out what happens if you kill the tank, because I don't like attacking non-hostile enemies. I think the stamp will just be lying around, probably somewhere up here. Probably right there.
Stamp discovered. Proposal. Imprint the stamp upon the card.
Okay, Pod's gonna say this again. That wasn't a particular anger against that building. I just dropped my controller on the floor by accident. Anyway, hello, welcome. Yeah. Yeah, this game does have an interesting aspect with being self-aware. I mean, especially, I mean, we'll see in some of the later endings, it gets the self-awareness is taken to rather, well, just straight up fourth wall breaking levels. But and let's go and see a play, and then I think after the play, I'm afraid I'm going to have to wrap up the stream. But I hope you've enjoyed the Engels bit, the aliens bit, and various little side quests. The world is hilarious. A stamp? Sure, I'll stamp whatever you want. And that leaves one more stamp. Yeah, I'm afraid this isn't the first time playthrough. But I really like this game and I wanted to share it with everyone.
Juliet, Juliet, wherefore art thou, Juliet?
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, which one of thou art Romeo?
Juliet, Juliet, I am not overly sure.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, then let us call thy numbers.
Juliet, Juliet, then I shall take thy life.
Die, Romeo, thou stupid asshole.
I shall make thee regret the day of thy birth.
I shall make thee taste dirt.
Die. Destroy.
I'll kill thee.
Die, die, die.
I'll tear the shit out of thee.
Be gone from this world forever, wench.
Meet thy dull, rated man.
Piss it off.
My Romeos are no more. I have slain them each and all. I must join them anon.
Well, I suppose this marks the end of our production of Romeos and Juliets. Please watch your step as you exit. If you'd like to have your card stamped, please come this way.
It's truly artful production. So we started out with 3 Romeos and 3 Juliets, and now there are none. Wait, this all starting to make sense now. Bravo, truly a most spectacular performance. Oh, Juliet, Juliet, just thinking of you makes my core all warm and fuzzy. So this is a piece of literature from the old world? I believe it speaks of the cruelty of mankind. Came all the way here from the village to see this play everyone's been talking about. I haven't been this deeply moved by anything before. I'm going to go home and tell all my friends. This play doesn't make any sense at all.
Right then, here you are. You've already received the stamp for this attraction.
So yeah, a delightful production of Romeos and Juliets. I'm gonna hand in this. Oh wait, there's one more stamp we get to retrieve. It's down below in the dungeon area, which is a bit of an odd placement considering we can't actually do anything with this. Later on, we fight some things here and have a couple of side quests involving debugging a video game, but now we just get to go down, and it's just going to be a bit of a long run to the other end of the room. To be looking deeply moved by the artistic wonder she just witnessed. Yeah, this is just like a weird dungeon. Oh no, wait. There's these zombie machines.
Discovered inside enemy body. Proposal: destroy the enemy and imprint the stamp upon the card.
Easy for you to say.
It's going to take a little while because there's quite a lot of them. Although yeah, so why is this area full of zombies? Don't ask me. It's going to take a while because there's a lot of them and they have a lot of health. Gonna go to the other end of the corridor. But maybe I've done this quest another few levels higher. Almost there. Phew.
Alert. All stamps have been obtained. Proposal. Return to the entrance and secure the promised deluxe prize.
Deluxe, huh?
And yeah, at the end of this room is this huge tower of computers, which has some significance that I don't really know what. Later on we'll meet another machine there who wants us to debug a computer game, but I didn't actually pursue that quest last time on my previous playthrough. So we'll find out where that goes. There are bits of this game I haven't explored, like Meal's ending, for example. Gonna hand in the stamps and then we'll call it a day. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I will, of course, highlight the video so you can watch any bits you missed if you want to. Hey, you got all the stamps. Great job. Did you enjoy your time here? Or maybe not. Well, it doesn't really matter. Though I'm sure you realize it by now. Whether or not you enjoy something simply depends on your own heart. This place is but a mirror that reflects one's true self back at them. Anyway, here you go. 1 deluxe prize coming up. Come again anytime. And we get broken circuit, precious earring, fast cooldown trip, that's not so bad. Bit of golden XP. And yeah. Gonna go and save and then we'll call it a day. Alright. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. See you. Good night.